Hi, James. Amber asked me to record this for you, working through this problem. Now, she didn't have written down what this A is supposed to be approaching. It's got to be either 7 or 0 because 7 and 0 are what make zeros in the denominator of our fraction. So I'm just going to work the algebra, and then she said she knew what the answer was, and we'll be able to figure out what we were supposed to plug in as a result. All right, so when you have a complex fraction like this, what you want to do is simplify the complex fraction. And the way that we do that is by multiplying each individual fraction by the LCD of all the fractions. So I'm looking at A7, 1, 1, and we want to multiply by the LCD. So that'll be 7A for us. So this will be the limit as A approaches some number. Here our A's cancel out and we'll be left with 7. Here our 7's cancel out and we're left with A. And then in the denominator, I'm going to leave this actually in factored form because we're hoping that something cancels out. So I'm actually going to leave this 7A times A minus 7. Okay, we're approaching 7, I can tell. You'll notice that this A minus 7 in the denominator looks almost exactly like the 7 minus A in the numerator, but they're not exactly the same because the orders switch. And you can't just flip-flop it back or just cancel them as they are because it's subtraction. So what we need to do is we need to rewrite our numerator as this becomes -1 times A minus 7. And just, I guess, to make sure that you see that if I rewrite this, this is -A plus 7. And then I just factored a -1 out. And now we can cancel these A minus 7s. We're left with the limit as A approaches 7 of -1 over 7A. And now when we plug 7 in, it's not a problem because we don't get a 0 in the denominator, which is what the problem was in the very beginning. Plugging 7 in, that's -1 over 49.
Awesome, thanks.
No
Yeah,
problem.
I think that's the part. It was the algebra of it.
Yep, right. I told you guys, calculus isn't so hard. It's the algebra within calculus that's the difficult portion.